I already mentioned that one of the kind of large topics of this doc day is going to be stigma, type 2 diabetes, other forms of diabetes. And we'd like to kick it off with a dedoc long-term friend, Renza Scibilia from Australia. Renza, welcome to Doc Day. You at Diabetes Australia ran a whole campaign on diabetes stigma earlier this year. Please tell us all about it and kick it off.
Bastian, hello and hi everybody. I'm so thrilled to be here, as I am always at Doc Day, and I'm really, really pleased to be speaking about this very, very important topic, and that is all about diabetes and stigma. So my day job is I work at Diabetes Australia, and in July every year it's our big National Diabetes Week, and this year the focus was on diabetes stigma. We wanted to highlight the sorts of issues that people with diabetes face every single day on top of the management and just living with diabetes things. We know that there are a lot of misconceptions out there in the wider community about what diabetes is all about, why we get diabetes, what it's like living with diabetes. And we really wanted to address that and go as far as we could to, I guess, bust some of those myths. We asked people in the community, what are the sorts of things that you hear, that you are dealing with every day, that you feel the need that you have to constantly go back and back and back addressing? And we came up with a huge list. It was quite remarkable, but there were definitely some themes there. And so what we did was that we ran our campaign around that. Part of our campaign materials was a couple of short videos, and we're going to play one of those videos now, and then I'll come back again and have another quick chat before we talk more about stigma with some other people.
Could you do that in the bathroom or something?
That looks amazing.
It looks like diabetes on a plate.
Should you be eating that?
You really should have taken better care of yourself.
So I think that many of the people with diabetes who are watching today would have experienced some or all of those comments being thrown at us unnecessarily. It does add an extra burden, a burden that we don't need. Stigma is not okay. The stigma from outside the community isn't great. The stigma from inside the community isn't great either. Diabetes is a really complex condition. It's a really serious condition. And I know that I'm already speaking to the converted here. I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. The aim of these videos was to get it out there in the broader community. We had incredible feedback. So thank you everybody who has already shared them. Please continue to share the video if you're able to. But I'm really glad, as I said, that we're highlighting stigma today. I know that we have a couple of other speakers who are talking about their experiences. And I think this is something really important that we do talk about. It is a big part of living with diabetes. It adds to the way people feel in themselves. We need to change those attitudes so that people treat us with respect, with dignity, and that diabetes stops being a punchline to every B-grade comedian's joke. We've heard it all before. There's nothing original about any of the diabetes jokes that we hear. So join me, I guess, as we're asking to put a stop to diabetes stigma. And Bastian, I'm really excited to hear what else we've got coming up on this topic now.
And so am I, so are we here at dedoc, Renza. First of all, thank you very much for running this campaign, and thank you very much for sharing it here. These videos, there's a number of them. In all their brevity, they are so spot on. When I first saw them, it really touched me personally. It's so brief, it's so to the point, and I watched it, and I didn't break out in tears, but I was touched. And I think that's the intention of it. And I think what makes them so great is that I'm pretty sure they also work outside of the community. I think if somebody sees that who has never thought about diabetes, who doesn't know anyone with diabetes necessarily, I think even they will get it. And if I am correctly informed, this is what your intention was, right? To get out of this bubble that you're always in.
Yeah, it was really interesting, actually. So you said that you didn't cry. I burst into tears. That even though I'd been involved in the development of them the first time, and I was there when we filmed them, the first time I saw them all together, it felt like a punch in the gut because I've heard it. And not only have I heard it, but I've heard other people tell me about how much they're affected when they hear this sort of thing. But the thing that was really interesting was that a number of people outside the community said, oh my gosh, does that really happen? And when we said, yes, it really, really happens, they stopped and some people said, actually, I've heard that and I've done that. I need to do better. And we're not trying to shame anyone. We don't want to be shamed. We're not trying to shame anyone. But we just want people to realise that what they are saying is harmful and it is hurtful. They wouldn't say this about most other health conditions. So we don't understand why diabetes is fair game for everybody to be so stigmatising. We're having this conversation, which is important. We've got to keep going, though. We've got to get better and it's just got to stop. So thank you so much.
And Renza, you will see in the comments on our Facebook Live and also on Twitter right now that there's lots of support already, people shouting out, saying, wow, this is so great. So please keep on sharing comments, questions, either in our Facebook Live video or on whatever kind of social media channels you use. But also please check out these videos on the websites of Diabetes Australia. Just peruse them, Renza. I guess that's okay. That's what they're there for, right? Use them, copy them, tweet them, share them. Because they will work not only in Australia, of course, they will work all around the world.
Yes, please do. Thank you so, so much, Bastian.
Thank you, Renza. Thank you for joining us for Doc Day. I know it's late in Australia, so thank you very, very much.